Good morning, first grade friends. So the book that we are going to be reading today is called The Kissing Hand by Audrey Penn. If you hear a squeaking sound in the background, that's my dog playing with his toy. So I apologize for that if it happens. All right, here we go. Remember, as I read through it, you want to be looking for who are the characters, the setting, the problem, and the solution. If you want to get your little box ready so you can write those down as Mrs. Grimm reads, or you can just say them out loud if you think that is easier today. All right, the kissing hand. Chester Raccoon stood at the edge of the forest and cried. I don't want to go to school, he told his mother. I want to stay home with you. I want to play with my friends and play with my toys and read my books and swing on my swing. Please, may I stay home with you? Mrs. Raccoon took Chester by the hand and nuzzled him on the ear. Sometimes we all have to do things we don't want to do, she told him gently, even if they seem strange and scary at first. But you will love school once you start. You'll make new friends and play with new toys, read new books and swing on new swings. Besides, she added, I know a wonderful secret that will make your nights at school seem as warm and cozy as your days at home. Notice she said nights at school. So raccoons, they must go to school at night because they're night animals. They're nocturnal. That means they're awake during the evenings. That's just the opposite of us. And it's the opposite right now that we can't go to school and we have to be home. So this book is kind of the opposite of us today. Chester wiped away his tears and looked interested. A secret? What kind of secret? Oops, I missed a page. A very old secret, said Mrs. Raccoon. I learned it from my mother. She learned it from hers. It's called the kissing hand. The kissing hand? Asked Chester. What's that? I'll show you. Mrs. Raccoon took Chester's left hand and pressed open his tiny fingers into a fan. Leaning forward, she kissed Chester right in the middle of his palm. Chester felt his mother's kiss rush from his hand, up his arm and into his heart. Even his silky black mask tingled with a special warmth. Can you hold your hand up to the screen right now? Ready? Mrs. Grimm just gave you a kissing hand. I will do it again in case you weren't ready. Hold it up to the screen. Mrs. Raccoon smiled. Now she told Chester, whenever you feel lonely and need a little loving from home, just press your hand to your cheek and think, Mommy loves you, Mommy loves you, and that very kiss will jump to your face and fill you with toasty warm thoughts. You can use my kissing hand too. She took Chester's hand and carefully wrapped the fingers around the kiss. Now do be careful not to lose it, she teased him. But don't worry, when you open your hand and wash your food, I promise the kiss will stick. Chester loved his kissing hand. Now he knew his mother's love would go with him wherever he went, even to school. Mrs. Grimm will go with you too. That night, Chester stood in front of his school and looked thoughtful. Suddenly, he turned to his mother and grinned. Give me your hand, he told her. Chester took his mother's hand in his own and unfolded her large, familiar fingers into a fan. Next, he leaned forward and kissed the center of her hand. Can you kiss mine? Thank you. Now you have a kissing hand too, he told her, and a gentle smile. And with a gentle smile goodbye, and I love you, Chester turned and danced away. Oops, there's a picture. Mrs. Raccoon watched Chester scamper across the tree limb and enter school. And as the hoot owl rang in the new school year, she pressed her left hand to her cheek and smiled. The warmth of Chester's kiss filled her heart with special words. Chester loves you, it sang. Chester loves you. The end. I love you. So now, there's my dog with the squeaky toy. So now we have our characters for this book are Chester Raccoon and Mother Raccoon. Did you get both of those right? Our setting is in the forest. That's where it takes place. The problem, Chester didn't want to go to night school. And the solution, his mother gave him a kissing hand to take with him wherever he went. And now Mrs. Grimm gave you one too. Miss you all.